Nike is the world's largest sportswear brand, generating revenue of nearly $1 million every day. Legendary athletes like Cristiano Ronaldo and Rafael Nadal rely on their products. But would you believe that the mastermind behind Nike was once a failed athlete who started his business selling shoes out of the trunk of his car? This is the remarkable story of Nike's founder, Phil Knight. Phil Knight, born in 1938 in Portland, Oregon, was a talented runner with dreams of athletic fame. From a young age, he honed his skills and won numerous races throughout his school and college years. Despite his athletic ambitions, Phil stayed committed to his education and completed his MBA in 1962. Even then, he hoped to continue his running career. But during one fateful morning training session, he was forced to face reality. Despite dedicating his youth to becoming one of the top athletes in his state, he couldn't reach the national or international level. Unfortunately, he was good, but not exceptional. At 24 years old, Phil realized that his dream of becoming an elite athlete was over. However, he wasn't ready to give up on his passion for sports entirely. He was particularly attached to his running shoes, just like any dedicated runner would be. This connection led him to consider entering the shoe business. During his MBA, Phil had spent weeks studying and writing a detailed research paper on the running shoe industry. His research revealed that Japanese camera companies had disrupted the American market by offering better quality at lower prices. He theorized that Japanese shoes could similarly disrupt the U.S. market and even challenge giants like Adidas and Puma. Launching a business from a college project was risky, but Phil Knight had few options. He decided to import Japan's Tiger brand shoes, made by Onitsuka, to the U.S. Using his savings, Phil flew to Japan and secured a meeting with Onitsuka. Phil, naturally shy and introverted, was nervous about the meeting. When an Onitsuka executive asked him for his company's name, he spontaneously came up with Blue Ribbon, inspired by the blue ribbons he had won in races. Even though no such company existed, the executives liked the name. As the meeting continued, Phil confidently recited his research line by line. Impressed by his passion, Onitsuka agreed to let Blue Ribbon Sports distribute Tiger shoes in the U.S. Phil returned to America with great excitement. He placed an order for the shoes, but months passed without any delivery. Meanwhile, he needed a job to survive, so he took an accounting position. Nearly a year later, just as he was beginning to lose hope, a notice arrived from customs. 12 pairs of shoes had finally arrived from Japan. Phil immediately showed them to his college track coach, Bill Bowerman, who was so impressed that he offered to become a 50-50 partner in the business. Bowerman was not just a coach, but also a shoe design enthusiast. For years, he had experimented with modifying shoes to improve performance. His expertise in shoe design and Phil's business acumen made them an ideal team. With the partnership sealed, Phil requested exclusive distribution rights for the Tiger shoes in Western America and placed a larger order. Despite facing initial resistance from sports stores unwilling to stock Tiger shoes, Phil found a creative solution. He loaded the shoes into his car trunk and began selling them directly at athletic events. His experience as a runner allowed him to connect with athletes and convince them that Tiger shoes were the best fit for their needs. In just 2 months, he sold out his first shipment and placed a larger order. But as business grew, so did the challenges. Phil was constantly reinvesting profits and taking out loans to keep up with demand. At one point, his company was heavily in debt, and banks refused to extend further credit. To keep Blue Ribbon afloat, Phil returned to accounting while investing every dollar of his salary into the business. Meanwhile, Bowerman continued experimenting with shoe designs, eventually creating the Cortez, a training shoe specifically designed for American runners. The Cortez became an instant hit, propelling Tiger shoes to the forefront of the U.S. market. By 1971, sales had reached $1.3 million, and the business was doubling annually. Just when everything seemed perfect, Onitsuka suddenly threatened to end their partnership unless Phil sold them 51% of Blue Ribbon. Phil, feeling betrayed, made the bold decision to end the relationship with Onitsuka and create his own brand. Phil gathered his team and declared that the time had come to stop selling someone else's brand and start building their own. The first step was designing a logo. After reviewing several designs, they chose a curved, checkmark-like logo, symbolizing motion and victory, which they bought for just $35 from a student. Next, they needed a name. After considering several options, their first salesman, Jeff Johnson, suggested Nike, the name of the Greek goddess of victory. In 1971, Nike officially launched its first line of shoes. However, they faced stiff competition from established brands like Adidas, Puma, and Tiger. Phil adopted an innovative marketing strategy for the time: athlete endorsements. Nike signed a $5,000 deal with top runner Steve Prefontaine, making them one of the pioneers in athlete partnerships. Phil's second strategy was to build a passionate sales team, consisting mostly of athletes who could relate to the needs of their customers. This focus on understanding the athlete's perspective led to better product designs and stronger customer relationships. By 1980, Nike had grown into a global company with 2,700 employees and $270 million in sales, surpassing Adidas in the US market. Just when it seemed like nothing could go wrong, Reebok emerged as a fierce competitor. Reebok focused on style and fashion at a time when athletic footwear was becoming a lifestyle statement. Nike, with its emphasis on performance, began to lose ground. Phil knew they needed a game changer and found it in an emerging basketball star named Michael Jordan. The Air Jordan sneakers, launched in collaboration with Jordan, revolutionized the basketball shoe market with their bold colors and stylish designs. The shoes quickly became a cultural phenomenon, generating $100 million in sales in the first year alone, allowing Nike to reclaim its position at the top. The Air Jordan success marked a turning point for Nike, leading to global expansion and diversification beyond shoes. Today, Nike is valued at around $125 billion and remains the world's largest sportswear brand. Phil Knight's journey offers a powerful lesson in perseverance and execution. As he wrote in his book, Shoe Dog, "Let everyone call your idea crazy. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't even think about stopping until you get there." Nike's famous tagline sums it up perfectly: just do it.